Welcome to our Founders' Day service of Thanksgiving for 2023. Please remain standing as we sing New Home of Daffodils, composed by Janice Kim, Ted Cho, Brian Huang and Harry Ra, who graduated from NLCS Jeju in June 2017. Please be seated. It's now time for the Principal's address.
We are all aware that over the past year, there has been great anxiety and hardship experienced by many across the world, and also closer to home here in the Republic of Korea, where the standard of living for many has declined in these challenging economic times. We understand that many hardships are man-made and caused by political events, which have such far-reaching and global impact, such as the war in the Ukraine. We also understand that other events, such as the devastation caused by the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria, are natural disasters. But again, the human response to these can mitigate, prolong, or exacerbate the devastating impact. The theme chosen for our Founders' Day speech this year across our family of schools focuses on giving back, both as individuals and as a community. Our founder, Frances Mary Buss, said, "I believe in happiness, but it was happiness that came from duty and self-discipline, not from selfishness and self-indulgence. We want an active interest in the well-being of others." Since its founding in 2011, North London Collegiate School Jeju has as one of our school aims to develop an outward-looking, internationally minded community of young people who have a clear understanding of the value of commitment and service to others. This is embodied in our school values and commitment to global citizenship, and we expect that our students will be prepared for a world with continuously fading borders and where international mindedness is essential. Our students will be compassionate and have a commitment to serving others. Our students will develop a strong set of moral and ethical values that determine how they act and interact with others. I would like to delve into, firstly, some of the service and charity of our founding school, North London Collegiate School, over its long and illustrious history. And then our work here at NLCS Jeju in its shorter but outstanding commitment to service since opening in 2011. As we look at the activities of the past, we can draw parallels with our work here in Jeju and how the same values have underpinned all that we do. NLCS has always looked outwards. Of course, one of our key aims is to ensure tolerance and an understanding of others. Our commitment to serve the wider community can be traced back to our founder. We are all familiar how, when Miss Buss opened her first school in the family home at Camden 173 years ago, she aimed, despite the prejudices of the time, to provide the same opportunities for women as there were available for their brothers. Throughout the early years of NLCS, the role of societies was significant, as they are in NLCS Jeju. The founding of the first school society was in 1855, the Dorcas Society. Pupils stayed once a month on a Wednesday afternoon and stitched flannel garments, which were handed over to mysterious Dorcas ladies from the local churches who delivered the work where it was needed, to hospitals or those in need in the local area. Even in these early years, when there was a number of examples of social work in the local community, including efforts to improve the environment there, this type of work was not limited to the students or former students' own immediate neighbourhood. In 1882, the old pupils answered an appeal for sending a destitute child to Canada and to be adopted there. In 1912, a second similar appeal was answered. The deep-sea fishermen and the wounded in the Boer War all came within the scope of the school's charitable efforts. No opportunity was ever lost in encouraging girls to do something as well as to give money. From the earliest times, pupils were encouraged to engage in discussions on social conditions and to have a voice. By the turn of the 20th century, the concerns of the school with the world outside its own walls were so strong and diverse that a general organisation was set up to coordinate all the school's social work. This was called the Sunshine League. Set up in 1904, and it had aims to keep smiling and to do someone else a good turn. Its original aim had been to lessen the suffering and poverty of our poor citizens, but over time this developed into a wide understanding of the possibilities of contact between people of different environments and upbringings. Here we can draw parallels with the work of Tower Aid, where our students have regular contact with diverse groups and environments across the world and in their service, such as work earlier in Nepal. For many years in London, the activities of the Sunshine League continued along the lines of social work done in the school from the beginning. Just as at Jeju, social work continued to be spoken about in school, and this included lectures given by specialists in various fields. From the very earliest days, NLCS girls have been encouraged to study science and to be interested in medical work. And now a bed, known as the Frances Mary Buss bed, was endowed in the Elizabeth Garrett Anderson Hospital. Elizabeth Garrett Anderson was a pioneer woman doctor and an early governor of North London. During this period, regular meetings were also held to make all sorts of things in response to appeals. Slippers out of felt hats, mufflers from unravelled jumpers, baby clothes from flannel petticoats. And all the time they did this work, the Sunshine League members were inquiring more and more searchingly into the conditions that created the need for their helpful activities. In the 20th century, NLCS swung into further action, and during the First World War, a war service committee was founded. And among other activities, parties were organised in the gymnasium for wounded soldiers. There was tea and singing, followed by a variety of games and activities. During the course of the war, each form adopted a British prisoner of war held in Germany. Under the supervision of their form mistresses, the girls would write and send fortnightly parcels. From looking at the records in the NLCS archive, we have evidence that a gunner pit and private bunts were regular correspondence. Appeals were launched to support soldiers in France. Old gloves were collected to make warm linings for soldiers' coats. Books and magazines were sent to hospitals in France. And 114 packs of cards were collected together with sets of dominoes and drafts. Wartime NLCS magazines are full of stories of ONLs contributing to the war effort or working in jobs vacated by men who had left to serve on the front line. In the 1920s, Isabella Drummond, the third headmistress, was keen to encourage work for the community in a different direction. She wanted her pupils to take an active interest in the well-being of others and believed that they would find happiness from duty and self-discipline rather than selfishness and self-indulgence. A series of lectures was given at school on housing, and then came a determination to focus North Londoners' interest on one particular area. The founding of the Francis Mary Buss House in a former dairy in Bromley by Bow in London's East End was a natural development of the desire of Miss Buss to make her girls acquainted with social conditions and to encourage even the youngest girls in the school to play some responsible part. The old dairy, with a shop front on a corner site and 2 large cow sheds behind it, still fitted with the iron rings to which the cows could have been tethered, was to become the centre of the school's charitable work and a character builder for North Londoners for over 50 years. Old North Londoners, parents, staff and pupils joined to administer the house, which ran an extensive programme of weekly activities for 3 girls' clubs and 6 children's clubs in the area. Thus, here voluntary community service became the norm and helped all to keep study in perspective, values we hold to be equally important at NLCS Jeju, and we value the contribution in service of all the community, including alumni and parents. In London, a society was set up to support this work, the Society of the Francis Mary Buss House. Its aim was to do social work for the benefit of the poor in the neighbourhood of the Francis Mary Buss House in Poplar. Membership of the society consisted of 4 classes of members, made up of alumni, volunteers, pupils, and members of the newly formed Parents' Guild. This continued until being leased to other charities, such as the mental health charity Mind, in the 1960s and 1990s. As recognised too at NLCS Jeju, NLCS has always reached out beyond our immediate vicinity. And as 1960 was World Refugee Year, the school magazine published a supplement to promote the cause among the school community. The headline read, "Freely you have received, freely give." Dame Kitty Anderson went on to set the scene for, and indeed convey, her expectations of all pupils. The development of communications and 2 world wars have caused a more international outlook and created international problems. Refugees are ordinary people from all walks of life who, through no fault of their own, have been plunged into misery and despair. It's up to us, the younger generation, which has so much, to face the challenges of the world's hungry and homeless. The problem remains with us until it is solved. We cannot escape or forget it. The responsibility is ours. This responsibility and the challenge laid down is something NLCS Jeju has not shied away from either. We have recent examples of students working with refugees on Jeju-do from Afghanistan, working in a refugee camp in Bangladesh, and also helping refugees from the Ukraine on the Polish border. As a school, we are outward-looking, and we encourage all our community to share this. As mentioned earlier, at NLCS in 1969, Cannonade was formally launched. For the first time, social service became one of the optional voluntary subjects in the 6th and upper school forms. Girls could spend an afternoon each week engaged in a range of charitable activities and initiatives. Here too, at NLCS Jeju, we have embraced this, and where we have our co-curricular activities, Tuesday to Thursday, many are service-related, as well as Bryant Saturdays across the year. Even our junior school have service-related activities of which they are very proud. Although the main aim of Cannonade in this first year was to involve girls in doing social work themselves, some money was also raised. One of the key characteristics of Cannonade is that students decide which organisations need the school's support. And over the years, a whole range of national and international charities have been supported. And this idea has continued as well at NLCS Jeju with Towerade. The motto of North London Collegiate School is, "We work in hope." This hope is not so much to do with the students' outcomes in education or their ambitions in terms of university places or even future careers, but rather it is the hope in which North Londoners' work is something far more valuable. It is a hope of making a positive difference in the world and improving the lives of fellow men and women, regardless of their similarities to or differences from ourselves. Here at North London Collegiate School, Jeju, we do not have London's long legacy of over 100 years service, but we do have a commendable record of immense service from our founding in 2011. As the school grows, so does our commitment to service and the amount of service activities students of NLCS Jeju are actively engaged with. There are many examples. We have a large number of students working with the Janam and Yeyangwon Children's Centres across the year, and even being Santa at Christmas. Other long-standing projects have included the Lighthouse, where students prepare audiobooks for the visually impaired. Students have been working with the elderly, be it making scarves and keeping them warm in winter, or participating in oral testimony projects, such as the current one, which will be presented at Arts Festival. The latter is a new and exciting project for this year. For many years, we have been supporting the Penguin Village, where we've been involved in mural painting, and this work has been recognised both within Jeju and at national level. What is particularly encouraging is how students at NLCS Jeju, ably supported by faculty and support staff, are wanting to be involved in more and more service activities. And so, over the last 5 years, we have more and more opportunities for service. We have students with places in the Developmental Disabilities Centre, the Peace Village. Students enjoy working in a number of villages, such as the Village is the School project, 9 Good Village, as well as a single-parent project. There are opportunities to provide mentoring for multicultural families in the Big Brother, Big Sister project. Over the last few years, there has been increasing awareness of the need to support animal welfare projects, and so we are working with 2 centres for abandoned dogs, known as SAD, Save Abandoned Dogs. As a school, we are committed to our environmental charter, and we have service activities linked to the environment, such as our OLLI cleanups and even cleanups within the GEC. As part of our involvement in the Clean the Beach Environment project, we are showing too how we value our Jeju dolphins, and so work with the campaign for southern dolphins off the Sea of Daejeon. We are, of course, delighted when we receive recognition for NLCS Jeju's service. And I draw attention to recent service awards, such as winning the grand prize at the 2022 Jeju Self-Governing Province Youth Service Competition, Minister of Gender Equality and Family Award. Receiving an award should never be a reason for undertaking service, and we continue to be amazed by the high levels of commitment demonstrated by our students. Each year, Towerade are very impressive in how this student-led organisation ensures that our whole community is involved in fundraising and supporting causes. For example, at the Christmas Bazaar this year, working with numerous groups, including our parent groups, as well as societies, including the English Literature Society, Photography Society, Astronomy Society, They raised a massive 19.7 million won for the chosen charities. This year, the chosen charities have included the Christmas Seal Donation Project and the Korean National Tuberculosis Society, as well as a selection of charities decided by various student groups. TowerAid has also decided on the distribution of funds from casual close days, and in the autumn term up to Christmas in the senior school, almost 6 million won was raised, supporting charities such as the Flood Disaster Fund in Korea, organ donation, and the charity to save our abandoned dogs. Only last week, the senior school raised 1.8 million won, and the junior school close to 1 million won, for charities such as the World Toilet Organization and Invisible Windows for bird collision awareness. TowerAid are also responsive, as seen in how they have galvanized the school to support victims of the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. And in previous years, their response to the bushfire disasters in Australia, where there was such a devastating impact on wildlife and the environment. They have begun this year to organise blood donations, and we were delighted that so many were able to contribute when this was arranged and manned one Saturday over the last term. This is student leadership in action. As we once more come together on Founders' Day, we remember that we have a legacy to look back upon, which has helped us to realise as a community who we are and what are the core beliefs and values that we hold. This will enable us to go out into the world on leaving North London Collegiate School Jeju, truly making a difference for the better.
Will you please stand? It is now time to listen to the prayers of commemoration of the founders and benefactors read by Julia Back and Philip Kim, our head girl and head boy.
Now, according to the duty, let us remember before Almighty God, our founder and all our benefactors, who have so generously enabled us to benefit from such great privileges educationally. In the forefront, we commemorate Frances Mary Buss, who did, in the year 1850, found a school for girls in North London, and under whose fostering care for 44 years virtue and studies prevailed in it, and it attained to its development in 5 schools now called by her name. Let us now also remember Sophie Bryant, who worked alongside Frances Mary Buss, and for 23 years was headmistress of the school. She ensured that Frances Mary Buss's good work was continued to full fruition.
And after her, Isabella Drummond, headmistress of the school for 22 years, whose spirit of service enlarged the school's traditions, whose wisdom and courage ensured a beautiful building was found to be home to the school. And after her, Aileen Harold, who enriched the life of pupils during the stern years of the war with sound learning and courtesy. And after her, Kitty Anderson, headmistress for 21 years, who advanced the cause of education in the school and beyond it with warmth and tireless enthusiasm.
And after her, Madeline McLaughlin, headmistress for 20 years, who fostered personal relationships in a family school, encouraged the development of music and drama, and whose courage and insight oversaw the transition from direct grant to independent status. And after her, Joan Clenchey, headmistress for 12 years, whose vision, energy, and determination enhanced the standing of the school and encouraged the growth of a community in which scholarship, the arts, and care for each individual flourished together.
And after her, Bernice McCabe, headmistress for 20 years, who led the school with drive and ambition, creating a happy community and fostering academic independence and aspiration, whose belief in the transformational power of performing arts enabled girls to grow in confidence, and whose vision underpinned the development of this school's international profile. And after her, Sarah Clark, whose commitment to the creative potential of technology enhanced our curriculum and whose good humor and warmth of spirit enriched our community during a time of significant global challenge. And Peter Daly, founding principal of NLCS Jeju, who tirelessly worked to open and grow the school in its first 3 years of operation, establishing its reputation and leading the staff and students to achieve the school's first impressive results. And Paul Friend, second principal of NLCS Jeju, who steered the school through a period of growth and stabilization and helped enhance its reputation for academic excellence, pastoral care, and an exceptional extracurricular program.
And the members of the founder's family. Frances Buss, the mother of the founder, who made the nurture of her younger children her special care. Robert William Buss, the father of the founder, zealous in the teaching of science and art. Septimus Buss, brother of the founder, for many years teaching of the Bible. And other benefactors of the school, in particular the Worshipful Company of Brewers, the Worshipful Company of Clothworkers, John and Doreen Don, Sir Harry and Lady Jeffcott, and all who gave us great gifts and wise counsel. They are ever to be remembered by the scholars, now and in time to come.
You're welcome to join in with the Lord's Prayer at the end if you wish. For these, our founder and benefactors, whose services we have thus publicly remembered, we bless and praise Almighty God, saying, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Please remain standing as the congregation sings Where'er You Walk by Handel. Please be seated. And now it's time to enjoy videos from the Big Fours and Big Sixes from Dubai, Singapore and London, and the Big Eight video from NLCS Jeju. Enjoy.
Hello NLCS family. Happy Founders Day from everyone here at NLCS Dubai. I'm Asal Mitra, the Global Awareness Ambassador. Now we know that people can often have what is a partial view of Dubai. When someone says Dubai, maybe you think of the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, which encapsulates luxury and opulence. But this is only the tip of the iceberg. What is often hidden from view is a culture ingrained with the value of giving back.
Hi, I'm Alia, the Senior Student and Wellbeing Awareness Ambassador here at NLCS Dubai. Zakah, being the third pillar of Islam, fosters and nurtures the act of giving back in all Muslim communities. As long as a Muslim's wealth reaches above a threshold value, each Muslim is expected to give back about a quarter of their annual income to purify that element of the income that is above and beyond what they need for essential needs. Now, the value of generosity within our culture and our Muslim societies is not only seen through ticking a box, and rather can be seen through sadaqah, which is the voluntary charity that can take the form of many different forms, such as love, compassion, helping others, and even smiling, as long as it takes the right intentions in order to please God. Now, the level of generosity initiated by our faith has been translated into our culture and into our people and our nation as a whole. We see this as the UAE regularly ranks as the top 3 donors in terms of foreign development in terms of its national income.
Hi, I'm Ilyas and I'm currently the Administrative Ambassador for NLCS Dubai. The values of the school and the ethos of the UAE are heavily intertwined. We both believe in the importance of giving back. Whether it's partaking in an event held by the Charity Committee, taking on a leadership role within the Wellbeing Committee, or becoming an active member of the Student Council, we believe that much is required to those to whom much is given.
Hello NLCS Sister Schools. I am Leila and I'm the Society's Ambassador. Working at NLCS and specifically in societies, I truly noticed the importance of giving back. It seems that in order to move forward, we need to give back. This idea is definitely reflected in the values of the UAE. A very good example being charities in the UAE, such as the Red Crescent, giving back to our communities and our societies. On that note, we would like to say a big Happy Founders Day and best of luck from Dubai.
Hi everyone, it has been a pleasure working with these wonderful students and faculty here at NLCS Singapore. I'm amazed by the community's initiative to constantly promote the education of the students, and the big increase of student-led societies are proof of this.
On the special occasion of our school's Founders Day, I am honored to speak to you as the Student Welfare Ambassador and Chair of Student Council. As we celebrate the founding of our school, it is important to reflect on our progress towards promoting student well-being and creating a caring school community.
During this academic year, I've had the honor to serve as the Arts Ambassador. Taking on this role has been both rewarding and challenging, but I find it so phenomenal to see the ways in which our students are willing to celebrate the creative spirit our school community has to offer.
As your sports ambassador, I'm extremely proud of the efforts and achievements of all of our students this year. Whether it was on the field, in the sports hall, or the pool, in addition to external activities, our teams and athletes have truly shown resilience, dedication, and sportsmanship in their respective sports.
It has been an honor to serve this year as the Internationalism, Diversity and Inclusion Ambassador for NLCS Singapore. It is truly inspiring to see how keen the students and staff are to participate in various festivities and celebrate our diverse cultures.
Hi everyone, I'm the Service Ambassador here at NLCS Singapore. I would first like to start off by saying thank you to all of our community members, including students and parents who have participated and supported us throughout the year.
Societies offer students of all ages the opportunity to explore their individual interests and voice their own passions. Of course, this wouldn't be possible without the help of the Society's Executive Committee, and with that, I would like to give them my thanks.
Our school is surrounded by an array of talented individuals. Thus, I find it so important to ensure that the arts departments are given the attention and resources they need to achieve further success.
I believe that our school's founder, Francis Mary Buss, envisioned a community where students are not just academically successful, but also happy and healthy.
Early in this academic year, we had an international food festival organized by the parents of NLCS that showcased traditional food from different countries. This event was a great success, allowing people to learn about each other's cultures and appreciate the diversity within our community.
It has been a rewarding experience engaging in service on a global scale, and I cannot even begin to thank the service team here. This year, we were able to support a zero waste initiative here at NLCS Singapore during Earth Week that we hope to continue for years to come.
The hours of training before and after school, as well as the countless sacrifices needed to be made, have all culminated in the success we have seen in only our second year of competitive sports.
As Student Welfare Ambassador, it is my responsibility to continue this vision and work towards creating a supportive and caring school community.
Our McCabe lectures have exposed both students and teachers to a wide variety of intriguing topics. Similarly, students interested in public speaking have the opportunity to join our school seminar program, allowing them to share their interests with the school community.
We've had various arts events take place this year. This includes our Alice Senior School production, the Secondary Music Showcase, the Talent Show, and the Joint Music and Drama Showcase.
Here at NLCS, because of the students' immensely diverse backgrounds, we can interact with people from all walks of life and better understand their beliefs, values, and traditions.
It's been an honor being the service ambassador here at NLCS Singapore, and I hope that we can continue our drive and passion for service for years to come.
I've had a wonderful time here at NLCS Singapore, and I have no doubt that our school's academia will continue to strive for excellence. With that said, I'd like to wish you all a happy Founders Day.
This unity and strong sense of belonging will continue to grow and nurture the next generation of students here at the school in the future. Let's take this time to reflect and be grateful for the opportunities we have been given in celebrating the day our school was established. Happy Founders Day.
None of this would have been possible without the help of the fantastic students and staff at NLCS, so I would like to thank them all for being so supportive every step of the way. At last, I would like to wish you all a happy Founders Day.
Let us continue to work together to honor the vision of our school's founder, Francis Mary Ross, and create a school community where every student has the chance to thrive.
I'm beyond proud of all of the achievements the arts departments have made, and I'm truly grateful for the efforts our students and staff have invested into this aspect of NLCS Singapore. With that being said, I would like to wish each and every one of you a happy Founders Day.
On behalf of NLCS Singapore, we'd like to wish
NLCS London,
Dubai,
Jeju, Ho Chi Minh City,
a happy Founders Day!
This Founders Day, NLCS is really pleased to be launching our first ever Giving Day. Giving back to others is a really important ethos here at NLCS and is very much woven into our school culture. Whether it be 24-hour performances, teacher events, or even active community service, NLCS always tries to ensure that we are giving back to others. We are really excited to continue this as part of Founders Day 2023.
The element of giving back is an integral part of our whole NLCS culture, as shown by the school's Canon Aid Committee, who are dedicated to finding new and exciting ways to help out. Older students have the opportunity to take part in community service once a week, and they often spend time with local care home residents. More recently, the senior school students and staff have highlighted the importance of this year's Founders Day theme by donating food and other necessities to local food banks as well as to Ukraine and to Turkey and Syria.
One of my favourite school charity events is the staff versus student sports matches hosted at the end of the spring term every year. It is a time when the staff and the students come together to compete against each other in a variety of sports here at NLCS and in turn raise money for charity. It really brings the whole school community together and serves as a very memorable occasion for a very good cause.
My fondest memory regarding charity has to be the 24-hour drama improvisation event, where we each took time during the day to act in different scenes and make up fun stories on the spot. There is a 24-hour event every year with different themes. It's a fun event and my particular favourite because I love acting and it's a great way to make friends in different year groups.
The Big Six organised a charity event this year to raise money for the victims of the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. We ran a hilarious Would I Lie to You event with teachers where we learned stories about them that we never would have guessed. We are also planning a teacher lip sync battle to raise money for NLCS's Giving Day. These type of events are not only held by the Big Six. In the past, many societies have involved teachers in money-raising events, showcasing NLCS spirit and the importance of giving back.
Our annual Fantasy Fashion Evening is another of the many ways which NLCS gives back to the community. Students design an array of dresses following a particular theme, which are then worn in a fashion show. Being a designer last year was a highlight of my time at NLCS, and it felt especially meaningful as all proceeds support a charity established by an ONL, Stephanie Lee. She was the founder of the Karenni Student Development Programme in Burma, for which we have raised over £1 million as a school.
We're extremely privileged to attend a school like NLCS, where we are enriched and supported in all that we do. This is why we must ensure that we are giving back to our communities and sharing the benefits of our education here at Cannons. We hope you are able to reflect on this and take part in all the activities surrounding giving to others. Thank you and happy Founders Day.
Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best of me, so I got one more run, and it's gonna be a sight to see, Have to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing, didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million, always had high hopes.
Founders Day is a time to celebrate our legacy and the achievements of NLCS.
Looking back to the past, we are reminded of the values which have continued to inspire us over the years.
Appreciating our talents, embracing diversity, and expanding our horizons, whilst upholding a strong sense of community and passion.
Each day, NLCS continues to grow into an exceptional community where we provide a nurturing but a challenging learning environment for all students.
Today, we recognize our faculty and staff's hard work and dedication. We also honor the achievements of our students who have each added value to our school by pursuing their interests with enthusiasm and commitment.
Finally, we commemorate the vision of our founders and honor their legacy.
So let us all take the time today to reflect on our past, appreciate the present, and look forward to a brighter future that lies ahead.
Happy Founders Day!
Please stand. We'll now listen to the prayer of thanksgiving and the prayer of rededication read by Miss Helen Stone, OBE, Chair of Governors and Old North Londoner.
Almighty God, on this day of thanksgiving, we bless and praise you for all your compassion and kindness. We thank you for the fatherly goodness which has been our guide through 173 years. Chiefly, we bless your holy name for your servant, Frances Mary Buss, because you put it in her heart to found these schools. We thank you for her faith and courage, her tender love, her wise advice, her humble dedication of all her gifts to the work which you gave her to do. We thank you because this work has borne the fruit for which she prayed. We also thank you that, through your blessing on her care, many lives have been trained within our schools for your glory and the service of humankind. Pour down on all who teach and on all who learn the richest treasures of your grace, the spirit of hope, the spirit of joy, the spirit of reverence, and the spirit of prayer. O Lord, you have taught us that you expect great deeds from us as we have been given such opportunities, skills, and learning. Grant that we may know the glory of service in your name and that we may give ourselves to work for the good of others.
Please be seated. It is now time for the daffodil procession. During the procession, a selection of music will be played by our school musicians, who are named on the screen now, and I'll leave them to start playing the music. Thank you.